Hey, what's up? I'm Brock, and today we are going to be sculpting some bark.
So the first thing I did was to use this new brush, which I haven't used before, called the Curve Tri-Fill. Usually I would do a mask and do an extraction, but I found that this brush saved a lot of time in generating these base forms. So I started by just eyeballing some kind of bark shapes. Super useful for creating some unique shapes. Curve Tri-Fill brush doesn't generate the best topology, so I went ahead and ran Zremesher on them. So now I'm just kind of orienting these bark pieces on top of the plane, trying to, capture some big, medium, small shapes, some visual interest, and also just filling up the whole plane. And then some of the bark pieces were a little bit too low, so I went ahead and grabbed those and shoved them back up. And now here is the magic. So basically, I'm prepping the document to be a square. Because I have that plane on another subtool, I can focus in on that tool and my texture will be perfectly aligned with my document size. And then I went ahead and did grab doc. And then I'm going to use that alpha to inform some of my smaller shapes. Everything kind of just mends together when you're using the big shapes to inform the small shapes. And then next I'm doing a little bit of edge wear. So using the trim dynamic brush to kind of break away at the edge. That way I get a little bit better bake where it looks like it's a little bit more beveled, maybe a little bit more rounded. So after that, it's kind of rinse and repeat from now on. I'll do a little sculpting, and then I'll go back and grab doc. So I think I did this process at least maybe 2 or 3 times of grabbing the document and then using that alpha channel and then propagating that on top of the mesh. Using the elements that you already have, if you can generate an alpha that will help you with the sculpting, that will save a lot of time. And not only it will save some time, but it will also make everything feel cohesive. Grabbing the dock again to get even more finer detail. I think I subdivide once or twice, and now I'm using that new alpha channel to propagate on top of the mesh. Move topology brush to kind of wiggle some of these pieces around. So I'm using the big shapes to inform the small details on top of the individual bark pieces. Using the normal material to kind of see if anything kind of pops out, because again, this was going to be for a texture. So anything that kind of popped out with this normal material would definitely pop out when I would bake the texture. And that's pretty much the process of generating some bark textures. You can go in and refine it a lot more, but this, I feel like it created a pretty good result. And here's the comparison. And also, this is how the sculpt looks with some textures. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one.